Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to this week's video. And today, I want to do something a little different. Today I want to talk about my top 3 mistakes I made as a beginner lifter. And I know I'm not like the biggest dude out there. I'm not like some physique god, but I think that I can still share some valuable information that hopefully gets you started on the right track to your like fitness life. So, anyways, I would say my number one mistake would have been not following a program. So the thing with programs, right? You could pay for them, obviously, but there's so many free resources out there that you can really find a free program that suits you. And the thing with programs is that when you're a beginner, you don't really know what you're doing. I sure thought I knew what I was doing, but like looking back at it, there's so many things I could have done different to really maximize my gains, right? Because when you're in your first year of lifting, you're considered like a noob, a lifting beginner. And that first year is when you can do a lot of body recomposition, meaning you can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. After your first year, it's a lot harder. So if you're really trying to maximize on that whole newbie gains, then I think a program would be really beneficial. And for me, I was working out, but I didn't do it nearly as effectively as I could. Right now, I'm on the push-pull legs split, but before, I was literally just going to the gym, doing whatever I felt like. And that's not really an efficient way of training. You really need to know like what you're going in for, why you're going in for, and how to really focus on the body parts you want to hit for that day. And that's what a program will really help you for. Also, programs will help you learn your sets and reps, something that no noob really knows. Like, why am I doing 4 sets of 8? Why am I doing 3 sets of 10? Like, how much volume do I really need? And I think a program will really help streamline. Of course, you can go off and do whatever you want. You can go do your own thing at the gym. If it works for you, it works for you. But I'm saying, as for me, I think that if I used a program my very first year, I would have learned so much more that I knew now. I would totally maximized my newbie gains, and I think that it would have really helped me come to where I am faster, if that makes any sense. But anyways, regardless. And this leads me on to my second point. I think a very underrated thing when it comes to beginning lifting is a lot of people ignore the nutrition aspect of it. I for sure did. Now, newbies will know to take protein powder, but they don't really know why. And to them, or at least it was for me, that all I needed to do was eat how I normally did, and then just take protein powder, right? Simple. But it's way more than that. As a beginner lifter, you really need to know your caloric intake, your daily maintenance. And so that way you can either bulk or cut. You see when people cut, they always go below their caloric maintenance. And when you see people bulk, they always go over the caloric maintenance. And I think that's a really important thing to know, especially if you're trying to maximize your gains. Especially, you need to know, I wouldn't say carbs and fats are so much more important. If you're trying to put on muscle, it's mostly protein. You need to know how much protein you're taking in for every day, because protein isn't what builds you muscle, but protein is what enables you to build muscle. You can work out all you want at the gym. You work out for 6 hours straight, who knows? But if you don't have enough protein to support that muscle growth, you're never gonna look like you work out like 6 hours a day, if that makes any sense. Protein is what fuels your muscle. If you don't have enough fuel, you can't really get that far. And so I think that if beginners really do focus more on your caloric intake and your protein intake, then it'll really help you. And I know for me, for sure, like after my first year lifting, I really didn't get that much bigger. Yeah, I was working out a lot, but did I get that much bigger? Not really. I think a large part of it is due to I just wasn't eating enough and I wasn't getting enough protein in my body. As simple as that. I was making gains, but it could have been so